Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Today again we will take a look at the euro, although actually it's really the big question whether it makes sense to prepare any technical update while situation could change really dramatically on Monday as market will open, because results on the France elections really could make a big impact on the picture. But meantime, as we do not know yet what the results of the election will be, we will discuss the technical picture that we have. Shortly speaking, on France elections. So guys, we still think on the same position that we have announced in last week, weekly research in euro currency that we have prepared. And we think that the victory of the Emmanuel Macron will be the big tragedy for France. Because in fact it belongs to the same forces as the Hillary Clinton, and this is in fact the neoconservators and the Rothschild family. So that's why we think that it will be really very dangerous choice by the French people if they will put the Macron on the post of the president. Why? Because the specific of the presidents who actually belongs to the Rothschild family could be characterized as the using of the power and resources of the country, but not in the interests of this country, but in the interest of the very limited number of persons. And in fact, in interesting of the neoconservators and the Rothschild. So what does it mean for the France? It means that if Macron will become the president, it will put the France, the army of the France, and the vote in the United Nations Security Council on the service of the Rothschild family. And in fact, France will become to make some deeds, and that it's not stands in favor of the France itself, but in favor and advantage of the Rothschild. So that will be really very dangerous situation. So I will not be surprised. For example, so right now is very popular topic is the Middle East war and war against the terrorism there. So I will not be surprised if the France force somehow on the covering of the struggling with the ICI also it will be using for something else. For example, to preventing this struggling against the Russian coalition or something of that sort. So we will see. But taking into consideration, we think that the two moments could happen. First of all, those forces who stand belong to the defeating of the Hillary Clinton United States, they could prevent the becoming Macron or the president. How they will do this, in what moment, we do not know, but most probable it will become right at the eve of the second round of the elections. That's our position. So we should keep in mind this important moment. So anyway, this political stance, it's not really very interesting for us, so we're mostly watching for economical sphere and particularly technical picture of the euro currency and forex market. So from the technical point of view, what we have, some moments we already have discussed in our video on Friday. So you can see market here actually has formed nicely looking large shooting star pattern that is bearish, and particularly this pattern is finalizing this ABCD upper direction. So market here has completed target of this ABCD is 1618 extension, and in fact, guys, here we've got the bearish guarded triple to sell. So we have the thrust down, ABCD retracement. So On the daily chart, we have two major levels to watch for. First level is our most important one that we are watching for. As we said already many times, we would like to get the breakout of this trend line. This will confirm our bearish view, and the breakout of this trend line could give the new impulse to the market, new momentum, and that will make possible dropping further and reaching the previous lows around 103. So that will be major event on the breakout here. Another point stands here. It's 109 top, and overall bearish setup that we have will turn bullish, or better to say will be destroyed only if market will take it out of this top. So if this will happen, yes, we could say that probably short-term bearish setup has been destroyed, and we need to wait what will happen and see what will happen. But right now, as market still stands inside this previous bearish swing, and in fact, major level has not been broken, this 618 resistance here, we still think and watching for this possible downward action. That's what we'll be watching on the daily chart. On the intraday charts, guys, and what we have here, as you can see, reversal has happened right around our target. So we have talked about it in the previous week. That was the major destination point for the last week. So probably the market should reach it, and this has happened. So here market has created the bearish agreement. So not the bearish agreement resistance, because market has completed A, B, C, D, and that coincides right with the fib level. As a result, we see here the drop down. Here market has formed a reversal swing. So take a look. This swing down is greater than previous swing up, and this is a good sign for the downward continuation. Right now, market shows a response on the confluence support. So here on the way down, you can see bounce out from the confluence support. Actually, we also have talked about this small head and shoulders pattern on the hourly chart. Mostly has been complete. This market has reached this complete this A, B equals CD that has pushed market right to the confluence support. So what we'll be watching here on the coming week. Here, we need to get either the confirmation of our bearish view or vice versa, the signs that this view is not correct. For that purpose, we will be watching for patterns. And first of all, we will be watching for a bearish pattern. For what patterns could be formed? For example, market will form here the double top. Maybe market will form here this some skewed head and shoulders, so it could be left shoulder, head, right shoulder. By the way, 107.40 area is the 618 resistance of this most recent drop. So market could reach the 107.40 and then turn down. It's also possible. Otherwise, we will be watching for some patterns that will let us understand what's really is going on, whether we should be ready for downward continuation or we need to wait something more. If market will not form any bearish patterns, then we'll show the breakout on Monday morning. It means that our suggestion is not correct and we should watch for something else. But when the market will open on Monday, we probably will get more clarity because it will show the reaction on the elections. And in that situation, probably will be more transparent situation where we could make some more analysis on what to expect. So, shortly speaking, this is our view on euro currency right now.